Yes, guys, welcome to a new video where I'm gonna record my sessions so I can later reflect on it, look back at it, and learn from it. Today is Wednesday, 17 June, and we have FOMC today. FOMC, I tend to wait for the PM session because twice in the AM session before the FOMC lunch, you don't want to trade it. I mean, you could maybe trade pre-session, but after that, I'm not gonna trade. So that's what I didn't do. Didn't trade, waited. So the news came out here. Let's just start on the high time first. Yesterday, with a down candle, and we traded down inside of this inversion, and we traded down inside of the current new opening gap today with the FOMC. So we are inside of this inversion with the new week opening gap of today, this week, and then we have the RTH of Monday, start of the week. Yeah, so we graded that. Those blue lines are the grading levels of the RTH of Monday. We have old RTH here that we still have on the chart. And what I'm looking for at the FOMC is pretty simple. We look to a move in the fake direction. Now, as you see, it is down. And then I want to see price move up and go in the real direction. And I believe that we could go up because I'm still bullish for the autumn high, still proven wrong. As long as you stay inside of the proportion of the daily inversion, not going close below this suspension block, we should be fine for higher prices. And that's what I believe. So I'm looking for a high prices. My bias is bullish. So we have two stages in a FOMC. We have the news here at 2. That's usually the fake direction. And then we have the second one here at the 30. So half hour later, we're going to look for the real direction. And that's buy side. The last hour, that's usually where I'm interested in the FOMC. So we have 2:30 here in the PM. And we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for that, and after that we wanna see a move up. So yeah, that form and balance, that new week opening gap here of the current one, that got my eye. We have dollar. Let's quickly go to dollar. If you are bullish on futures, the Nasdaq, yes, we wanna see dollar go lower. As you see, we're not doing that. And the thing is with dollar, I am bullish on dollar as long as we stay in the upper half here and not trade inside of the lower half here. We didn't do that. Look at the bodies. Already went them and then bam, moved away from it higher. So here I also marked levels on the continuous contract just to keep an eye on that as well. So we have the new week opening gap a little bit larger than on the contract, and we have the daily inversion here. As you see, we traded also inside of that. What's a target, potential targets? You always have to look, okay, what are potential targets? I would just simply say the daily high. You don't on the high. It's like the ultimate. I wouldn't try to target crazy today. Just take this and be happy and move on towards the next day. That's what I would do. Yes, if you also look at the RTH real quick, we see also here we still have just this highs here of lunch yesterday. That's catching my eye. So that's around that London high here of today. Okay, so now the second stage should come. So we have the first stage here. And now we want to see the distribution going higher. We have a little hint here. There's a possible inversion here if it trades back towards it. It's looking good for higher. So like this would have been a pretty area that I would have entered on. Like, let's see how we close. If we close good here now, then that would be a pretty good stage for us to set price maybe higher. See how we close. Nah, the close isn't pretty good here. We close below it, so now I have to kind of wait. This could be a good gap to enter maybe on. Yeah, we just did everything I wanted it to do. Thing is, you need to wait like 15 minutes after the FOMC. That's usually the rule that I said. Okay, you have to wait. If you have the first FOMC, you're obviously gonna wait for this time frame. So the 2:30. We're gonna go for this high. If we go with speed, and we leave this break, we are already gonna go. I couldn't get in then. Yeah, I couldn't get in because this inversion is too early for me to go in. The rules are wait for 245, so that's what you're gonna do. And now we have to watch it melt to our targets. Does some pain, you know. It really does damage. It hurts a little bit. I will be lying if I say I'm not feeling anything right now. It just took the highs. So the question is, am I done right now? Do I think we still could go higher? Like, is it completely done right now? You have to, like, it took a huge target for me that was at FOMC high, but is it really done? Is it right now over? I would still say that we are gonna go higher towards the London high and towards this highs here. The question is, how can I still enter inside of this market while not being in a side of a premium? Where where is the discount from here towards here? It's this 3-minute gap. So I'm gonna mark that 3-minute gap. We also have a 5-minute order block. If we go full here, we may want to go and revisit this low here. Now we have an SMT here, SMT with ES. Now I want to see this act as a weak link, and I want to see the current new day opening gap that's here. RTH, low of today, and a old RTH low, and we have a CE of the RTH of Monday. There's a lot of PDOAs aligning here. If you can trade above it, we may want to go and go long. This gets inverse, I'm also going in on that PDOA. We see a down candle here, that's good, that's fine. It's only 1 hourly candle. We could trade a little bit maybe inside of this wick. It's allowable, so trade a little bit inside of it, that's fine. So we're waiting for something. We also have the, of course, the last hour macro that's here. And otherwise, as I said, otherwise we're just gonna make a new low and then maybe go for that RTH low of Monday here. Also for 5-minute gap. So if you trade high and close above this 1-minute inversion, we're also gonna trade inside of this 5-minute gap. But I want to see that inverse as well and just go with speed for it's still on the highs. The last hour marker is there in 2 minutes. Yeah, simply if I'm wrong, we're just gonna explore deeper inside of the new week opening gap and the daily inversion and not taking down this liquidity here. Then we're gonna do that later. Okay, so we see a good close right now inside of that 5-minute gap as well. In 1 minute, so we closed above the. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy one. Put my stop here. So simply in my plan, I am more leaning towards that higher prices. As I said, I've been waiting and then now inverse it. I mean, the last hour marco, we do have that 5-minute gap that I don't like, but I want to see it inversed. If I'm bullish and I see a gap like this, my stop probably below the CE here. A little bit of a big stop again, but yeah, should be fine. Looking for non highs. As I said, if I'm wrong right here, then I'm really looking for a RTH close of the Monday. But yeah, it's if that then that, and if this then this, and simply for my now shows me more willing to go higher. But this already indicates for me that it's not really high probability. At up that 5-minute and at 3-minute, so just gonna make that new low. Stop is just below that 5-minute wick. If you close below it, then this becomes an inversion. Then yeah, it doesn't look good for me. It's barely got stopped out. Yeah, it got stopped out right there. Yeah, now I'm really leaning towards that sell side again. And then I'm just simply wrong on a bias, and then we're gonna go and send price towards that lower price here, man. I'm looking for that close. Sell one there. Put my stop here. Looking for the new week opening gap below. Yeah, I should have maybe waited a little bit waited for more confirmation because only the 1 minute showed me that inversion and like the 5-minute, 3-minute, even the 2-minute wasn't looking good for that lower price. Those for that higher price, I mean. So yeah, that's completely my bad. Now we're looking for those lows. This doesn't indicate for me that we are gonna go higher. I'm simply wrong, and we probably are gonna have a down bias then. We could still go up, have an up bias, but I would say we visit this. Yeah, we are here again. There, my entry was on this old inversion. Now I want to see speed for this low, beautiful. Now I want to see it really move. ES taking down a new low. I'm gonna make my stop real tight. So I have a break even right here. I'm moving my stop because he has taken down a obvious level for me. I don't want to see it go trade above this CB here. Yeah, now it trades inside of that favor gap. Bam. I want to see it stay in the lower half. See we have almost closed that new week opening gap on ES. I can show ES real quick. Here's ES. So yeah, we filled the setup here. Moved on with shorts. New week opening gap still open as well here on the ES. But there it already closed at RTH Monday. So that kind of worries me. Also that dollar was just look at dollar like it keeps on going higher. We're now looking for this buy side, so we are really strong on dollar. That makes it even easier for NQ to close that new week opening gap. Probably just go out on CE of the new week opening gap. So just as long as we stay in the lower half here, it should be fine. If ES hit a major target that it did, it closed the new week opening gap. We hit it this level that it's still open on NQ. You could maybe expect a little bit of heat right there with a little retrace. And I should work on that because always when we have some sort of retrace against us, and I've had one mic when I haven't taken a partial, it's more mentally for me as well as like a mental battle. But there's no reason for me to go out here all other than okay, yes, hit the targets. Push stop here. May want to get this. So watching it 15 seconds on my right side. That's just that high of the new week opening gap. That's fine. Don't want it to go towards this wick before going here. I just wanted to see it go right now. I went out. It just took me a little bit too long. I was able to recover my loss. So the thing with FOMC today, what it did is I was maybe looking for FOMC to trade a little bit higher just for the buy side here of the RTH. I was looking for that as a target, hit the FOMC high. And this inversion, I liked that inversion, but because of the time, it was too close to with FOMC the second time, and we had these two down candles and we closed below it. I was saying to myself, wait, it was still valid on the 2 minute, but on the 1 minute it didn't. We left gaps open. I already knew we were about to go trade towards this FOMC. When we did that, I was still looking for, okay, we may have missed this, but I can still maybe look for that highs there because ES and YM still lack this buy side right there. And then my bias, I could say, argue it's still looking maybe for higher prices, right? So still looking for that higher prices. And I said if this gap gets inversed, I'm gonna go long. It did right here with a up candle, but this 5 minute gap that really got me to like, okay, yeah, I want to see that inverse. But we also had a 2 minute gap and everything. Maybe I already didn't like that we take down this low, but it was kind of in the moment. We had to use this placement, and I went back and I saw it, and I was like, I'm not immediately. I didn't push immediately, as you saw. I wasn't taking. Oh, boom! It closed above it. I was kind of like questioning it a little bit. Should I do it? Should I not do it? And when we opened with a new candle, and I saw it just trade a little bit lower, I thought, let's just do it. And I did it. Let's see price maybe not deliver towards there. Look at the bodies here still look good. So yeah, I saw this gets inversed and I already knew, okay, I'm wrong right here. I was looking at the market here. So I was looking at the continuous contract as well, and I thought, yeah, looking with this S&P, this is 4 hour gap here. This looks all good for maybe us to trade a little bit lower back inside of the range. Dollar looked extremely strong as well. And now it's going. I don't know exactly what my next target now is. I'm just gonna see what is it doing. How do we close right here? Do we close below it on the 1 hour, on the 4 hour? We also of course has this suspension blocks. I'm just gonna mark those quadrant levels for tomorrow. Second stage here. So we have the first stage here and we have the second stage here. Then what largest moves come from the second stage. And as you see, we go below that sell side bomb. But again, I hope you all did have a great day. Made some money, learned from today. And then I will be there tomorrow on the Thursday. So that will be it.